Good morning, welcome to another session of OCD. Welcome to my workshop. If you're a regular viewer of this channel, you will know that one of the things that I really like is a product that does what it says on the tin. If it doesn't do what it says in the tin, the chances are it ends up in the bin. So I've got a real challenge on today because I've got a product here called New Finish. Now this has quite some statements on it. First of all, it says the once a year car polish. Well, I don't believe it's a polish, but let's assume that what they mean is some form of protection, some wax. It says on the top, no buffing and no rubbing. Not sure how I'm going to apply it and get it off. And then it says on the back, so it does say quite clearly once a year car polish, and then on the back makes some outrageous statements. Independent tests have proven that New Finish will bead, shine and protect for the whole year. It's quite a statement when you think about it, even after 52 automatic car washes. Well, if you're going to put your car through 52 automatic car washes, I don't suppose you care too much what the paintwork looks like anyway. It contains absolutely no wax. It won't scratch your clear coat. Well, that's good, isn't it? You don't want to buy a product that scratches your clear coat. It's so amazing you can even apply it in direct sunlight. That's how amazing it is. There's no other formula like it, and this is the bit I like. And it's got it in italics. It's guaranteed. And then it's got halfway down, it says money back guarantee, satisfaction guaranteed, or return unused portion to place of purchase for a full refund. Yeah, right, like that's going to happen. So I went out and bought this on a bit of a whim. I think it was about 16 or 17 quid, so it's quite a whim, but I thought I couldn't resist it. I mean, that's a real challenge for me. So I've got a car today that I'm going to try it out on, and I reckon that month 2 at the best is what I'm guessing, but I think probably nearer a month is what it's probably good for. But we'll give it a go. I like a challenge. No one says I don't like a challenge. So we're going to give this a bit of a go today. But before we do, we've got a car in, one of my neighbour's cars. I would describe this car as Mum's taxi. It runs the kids everywhere. Now I've cleaned it and put some protection on it once before. April last year. So that's what? 16, 17 months ago, and I spoke to my neighbour this morning and she said that was the last time it was washed. So it's taken British weather for the last 16-17 months. It doesn't actually look that dirty, but it's one of those colours, it's difficult, it's a light blue, it's very difficult to tell from a distance, but there is some real crud on it. So we're going to give it a bit of TLC today. We're going to make it sparkle a little bit, provided I can get that some of that grime off. And what we're going to do, we're going to put some pre-wash. What have I got in here? I've got Road Rage in there, so give it a pre-wash. We got some snow foam. I think there's some old snow foam that I want to get rid of, so we've got some snow foam in there. Then we've got a Garage Therapy Zero for a contact wash. We're going to go over it with some CarPro Tyrex, and then we're going to give it some Garage Therapy Zero Iron Oxide, and then we're going to put this magic formula on that's going to last a whole year, even through 52 automatic car washes. So let's go and have a look at the car, shall we? So there we go. So it doesn't look all that bad, especially on camera. Plastic hubcaps that have these two are okay this side, This one's holding on by the skin of its teeth, and yeah, so it's not too bad. But like you can see here, there is some real grounding dirt on there. There's some really nasty stuff in there. I don't know what this is on here. That's either a bird that's been eating chewing gum or some other nasty substance. Got another bit over here. Cobwebs all over it. Quite a bit of dirt and grime. The rubber looks like it needs a bit of TLC. Up on the roof, I think we've had I think one of the passing kites has had a slight accident, but we'll get that sorted. So as you can see, quite grubby, but considering it's 17 months, pretty fair actually. I'm not expecting, obviously I'm not expecting any protection left on it. The protection I put on before, if I remember rightly, was Infinity Wax QDX ceramic. I'm pretty sure it was. My memory does fade a little bit. It's been an old git that makes that happen. But I'm pretty sure it was that. I'm not expecting any protection left on there at all. 17 months, and it's just sat, you know, in the drive, and like I said, been mum's taxi. So there we go. Let me go and get the hose out and bits and pieces, and we'll put some pre-wash on it, leave it for 4 or 5 minutes, and we'll put some snow foam on it. It's quite a dull day, doesn't look particularly warm, so I'll be able to leave that on for quite a while with a bit of luck. And what I'll do with the snow foam, I'll put it on, and before it dries I'll probably give it another coat. I want to give this a good soak before I go anywhere near it with a contact wash. There are some scratches on the car, looks like some horrible git has keyed it on the bonnet. So, you know, we'll do our best. Right, I'll get the hoses out and I'll get the coffee going, and we get stuck in, shall we? So first things, I've done what I tell everyone else not to. I filled my multi sprayer up to the top. That means I'm going to be pumping it every 5 minutes. But I want to give some of this a bit of a extra soak. I do like road rage. You can see already some of this dirt coming off. I'm out of pressure. I'm going to give it a good soak and leave it for about 4 or 5 minutes. I might even go over it a second time. We'll do the wheels as well. I'll go over and clean the tyres with some proper tyre and rubber cleaner. But I think ordinary washing snow foam and this will clean the hubcaps. Running off there. I don't know if you can see it on camera. This is I really like this road rage. It's a really good pre-wash. I'm just going to go over the rest of the car now with that, give it a good soak, and then we'll catch up. Okay, so a number of people have said to me, Martin, you're doing this all wrong. You're rinsing the car down before you put product on. It waters all the product down. So I don't believe that for a minute, but today what I'm doing, I've put the pre-wash on a dry car, now with a snow foam over it, again dry car. I haven't rinsed the car yet. So we'll put this on, and then we'll let it dwell, and then we'll give it its first rinse, and then we'll see if it makes any difference. I doubt it, but we're always willing to give it a try. I've got more on me than I got on the car. Right, we'll leave that for a while. I might go over it again if I see it drying too quick, because I want to give it a good 5 or 10 minutes. So this snow foam has been on there just over 10 minutes. It's not the original snow foam. Just as it was all draining off, I went over it with another coat so that I really did soak the car. And with all of the road rage I put on, you see the dirt running off the car. All down here, all this dirt. Now some of you might turn around and say, oh, that's snow foam, you got the snow foam working, Martin. No, I've used this snow foam before. I forget what it is. The labels come off the bottle. It's not the snow foam, it's the road rage. You can see it just oozing off. That is road rage, is awesome stuff. Right, let's get the hose out and rinse all that off, shall we? Well, those two big lumps of, don't know what they were, but they've come off, no problem at all. Right, I'm going to carry on rinsing the rest of the car. Okay, so all the snow foam is being rinsed off, and I've swept as much of it away as I can, but it's going to be here all day. And now I'm going to go over with a contact wash. So while I'm rinsing the car, I thought I'd show you the lacquer protection of the bonnet so that we can see what wonders the miracle cream does when I put it on. No protection whatsoever. Car Pro Tarex. Couple of little spots, but they come straight off. Right, let me give that a rinse. Garage Therapy Zero Iron Oxide. Just leave that for a while, see if we get any fallout come on it, and then we'll give that a rinse. Oh, it's pretty clean. Let's get that off before it does dry. As if I haven't got enough snow foam on the ground, I'm going to go over it with foam again. I like to do this when I use tire remover and I'm fallout. I like to go over the snow foam again just to make sure that all of the chemicals are off. So let's just give it a quick soak in this. Okay guys, so the car is now nice and clean and sparkling and dry. So now we're going to use this new finish, this miracle product. I suspect it's a bullshit product, but let's find out, shall we? Let's what does it smell like? Oh, sealed. Right, let me take that off. Let me get an applicator out and a buffing cloth, and we'll go and do it. Probably put far too much on. says to let it dry to a haze. Not the nicest stuff I've ever put on. It's quite grippy I put on actually. In fact, I'd go as far as to say it's quite hard work putting it on. Well, my first thoughts, if you've got anything bigger than a Fiesta, don't use this because that's hard work. It's very grippy. I'll let that dry and then we'll buff it off. It's actually quite pleasant, that. Damn it, I wasn't expecting that. I'd sort of made my mind up with the information on the bottle. I'd sort of already made my mind up, which I know is not right, but I've never been accused of being right. Don't get it on the rubber, and it says on the bottle, not good for rubber. I'm guessing it will be quite difficult to get off. There we go. That's the result of today's efforts. I'm really pleased with it. It's come up really nice, really has. Considering how much dirt was on there, I didn't realise how dirty it was until, you know, you see all the green and all the headlights. It's go around here. This headlight was all really mildew, like mildew all over it, and then all nice and shiny down the sides. Wheels come up okay, and then in here, if you remember, there was all green mould or stuff in there. It was, yeah, good job Martin. So guys, new finish, was it a success or not? Okay, so my thoughts. Application, to put it on was hard work, there's no two ways about it. It's not like it's harder than a wax, and it's definitely harder than a sealant. To take it off was a piece of cake. It was a pleasure to take it off. The result of the application on the car looks absolutely gorgeous. It really does. We'll go out and we'll do a water test on it in a minute, but I'm really pleased with the result of the application. So it looks good. Will it last a year? Not a hope in hell, but we'll give it a chance. We'll get the car back in maybe a month, 6 weeks, and we'll see what sort of protections on it then. But I have to say, as far as looks after application, it's as good as anything I've used, although I wouldn't want to do a car much bigger than a Fiesta because it is hard work. You know, with a damp cloth it does drag, especially on a car like that that had absolutely nothing on it. It was just sort of bare paintwork. It did drag. It wasn't a pleasurable experience putting it on, but it was very nice taking it off, although it powders up a little bit. Not a lot, but it powders up a little bit when you buff it off. But that's alright, you can deal with that. So yeah, as far as applications concerned and first thoughts, very nice. It looks really nice on the car. Will it last? We shall see. Does the bin beckon? We will find out. Until next time, you guys take care. So there we go guys, you make of that what you will. Definitely protection on there. Let's see what it's like in a month to 6 weeks time, shall we? Like I said before, you guys take care. Bye bye.